Grindtastic greetings from Rauta. Today I will present you one of the self-financed releases coming from Finland this summer 2019. So let's welcome Cannibal Accident and Skulmagot with a typo or two. But let's not get into that because now it's time to just take a look on this MCD, which is a split release as you already figured out. Featuring two of more underground names from Finnish extreme metal scene. Cannibal Accident is already out with quite a few releases, at least 3 full-length albums and then some, let's call them smaller releases. And Skulmagot is already out with 1 full-length album and then some. So this is their collaboration album, and as you can see, it's like a high school kid just using the Photoshop for the first time. Very simple in design, but then again, we are not here to criticize so much the output. And then we have some cool comic art, comic book type of art here, which is, well, quite fitting for the theme, and obviously it's the style that has been used by Skulmagot before. So here we have serial killer Ed Kemper, made famous especially by Mindhunter TV series from Netflix. Season 2 will be out, by the way, this week, so make sure to check it out. Ed Kemper became kind of famous again with this TV series. Really bizarre guy. No lyrics whatsoever included, just lineup information, small pictures and logos, and well, there you have it. So what we have in essence here is 4 tracks by Cannibal Accident, sorry, and then 3 by Skulmagot. Now, all the tracks by both of these bands are actually pretty short. Cannibal Accident is pretty much doing like 1 minute 30 seconds on average, so it's quite short, yet kind of typical for a grind death band. And Skulmagot is less than 3 minutes on average, so this is just to get you an idea what kind of music we're dealing with here. Very in your face, very kind of intense, and also right to the point, not making this extra long or anything like that. So this is MCD with not too much length, and I guess it kind of serves the purpose here because, like I said, this is by no means creating a kind of artsy-fartsy, avant-garde stuff, but more like in your face with some cheek in the tongue kind of a fashion. Now, Cannibal Accident is famous for being not so serious, like I wanted to point out, and they pretty much continue with this style also on this MCD split. And all of their 4 songs are pretty much quite okay. They are not very creative, not very innovative or anything like that. So once you've heard a million, crime releases before, you pretty much know what to expect from Cannibal Accident. That is actually so much better on live because the band is making so much fun and grotesque humor and all that stuff when playing live. When you're just listening to them on audio, it doesn't really deliver the same impact. Obviously, this is the case with many other bands as well, but Cannibal Accident is actually one of those bands where it kind of underlines the difference between live action and then just listening to the band on CD or whatever. Now, Skulmagot then again is pretty much kind of a old school, very old-fashioned death metal. It's kind of a typical with its 3-minute songs and all that stuff, delivering very typical death metal. You know, growly vocals, down-tuned guitars and all that stuff. You know, the riffs and whatever when you're just putting that on the player. Now, this is by no means a critic towards the band because it's actually quite nice that they're, you know, doing kind of an old-fashioned, pretty standard death metal. The downside, of course, with both of these bands is that there's no highlight moments. There's not like, wow, I'm just gonna have to buy this one because it's so goddamn awesome. Because it's not awesome. It's just nice to listen. It's delivering what it's expected and nothing more. So basically, in essence, it's like a, I don't know, package of milk, bottle of milk. You're just like, okay, this is milk. Milk it is, and there you have it. There is no surprise factor here coming like, oh, I was expecting typical death grind, but then I got boom, delivered like this. There are no over-the-top samples, no over-the-top production, nothing is over the top, but then again, it's not so-called under-delivering as well. By that I mean, this is not a release that is delivering something that is not expected. It's not like, okay, I expected some, you know, basic stuff, but I didn't get a hold of it. So very much to the point of releasing the stuff which would already be appealing to people into death grind or death metal in this case of Skulmagot. So I don't know, this is kind of a hard and tricky thing to recommend to people out there, because those who are already the kind of audience for this kind of material probably already have this MCD, and those who are not in the slightest interested in this kind of stuff won't be buying this, no matter how well I would describe it. So without further ado, without further words, I mean, go check out the samples and figure out if this is the type of music that fits your taste buds. I think it's quite solid, it really is, but then again, like I said, nothing phenomenal. So there you have it. Nice MCD in the old-fashioned do-it-yourself fashion, and there you have it. Thank you for watching this review, and see you soon with more stuff coming your way.